you've gone past that, because there's a lot of beautiful women in the world, then it comes down to chemistry, and whether you know, love is something which is quite confusing. You've got to really, really like somebody. You know, because there's a thin line between love and hate. I've seen it happen. You've got to really like them, and then it develops into something deeper. And as long as you can retain that chemistry as well, it's the most incredible feeling.
How often have you been in love, properly in love?
Not very often.
One hand?
Yeah.
Less?
One hand. Yeah. And at the time, you confuse lust with love, you know, when you're in your teens and stuff like that. It's a very difficult thing to describe, other than you know it when you are.
You've had long-term relationships. We've all read about them over the years. And there are reports that you are smitten at the moment with a delightful young lady called Mishkan, who is over there, looking absolutely beautiful this evening. And she looked equally beautiful emerging from a restaurant, wearing what appeared to be a vast diamond ring on her engagement finger.
What do you want me to say?
I'm simply stating a fact.
Right.
Do you have anything you wish to say?
I am smitten with Mishkan. Is she the one? I think she's the one, yeah.
And I can actually hear the sound of breaking hearts all over the world. There are millions of women watching this going, no! How would you describe her?
You know, it's, you just know, you know, when you found somebody special. And I feel very, very happy for her. That
I mean, has it been hard to find proper love when you're famous? Is it difficult?
It's quite difficult if you kind of publicly go out with somebody. You know, you're making quite a public statement. So you've got to be fairly positive, you know, once you go public, that, you know, this is something quite serious.
Given your public views about children, could they also change? Could there be little Simons running around?
I think I possibly need to have a few more Simons around.
Really?
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. The thing about kids, it's like marriage. You know, it's something which you have to believe you're in something which is for the long term then. 100%.
I want to move to the moment when you went from behind the scenes, music producer genius, all these hits, and then suddenly television rears its head and you are offered a job as a judge on Pop Stars. But you don't take it in the first series. Why was that?
I was always getting people come into my office to offer me those kind of things. You know, could we do like a fly-on-the-wall documentary? And I was always wary about doing it because there didn't seem any point to it. And then when Pop Stars came along, I was offered to be the judge. And initially I said yes. And then when I thought about it, I thought actually the process of watching me put together a group on TV, I don't feel comfortable with that. So I turned it down. But I had a bad feeling about it, because I realised that by turning it down, I turned away the recording rights and given them away to a competitor. And that's what bothered me.
Did you also slightly think, I could have done that job?
When I saw the show back, yes. I thought I probably could do a better job, yeah. Mainly because this is what I've done all my life. I mean, I've always auditioned.
Do you remember your first day filming on Pop Idol?
Well, we'd spent so much time planning the show. I mean, it really, really was. It was like months and months and months of preparation. And suddenly we're up in Manchester, I think we were. And we hadn't really thought about what we were going to do actually in the audition room. We hadn't actually discussed that. And I said to one of the producers, how do you want to do it? Because there's a million ways of doing an audition. He said, well, I think the best way of doing it is that you sit behind the desk and someone will come in, they'll sing, then they should leave the room and you should discuss it, and then we'll bring them back into the room. Sounds a bit long-winded. And we did it for about 7 auditions, and in the end, I just can't do this. You've got to tell them to their face, there and then, whether you like them or not. I mean, this is just too painful.
But that decision changed everything.
Yeah, I think it did.
So your TV career was up and running, but nobody, not even you, could have predicted just how crazy it was going to get. After 2 series of Pop Idol, Simon wanted a change. So he created a brand new show in which he would star and pull the shots, The X Factor.
The main thing that Simon wants out of a TV show is success.
He's crazily demanding.
He'll phone you at 4 or 5 in the morning UK time, and he won't even apologise for phoning you or waking you up.
The show divided the nation.
I would describe it as lightweight, populist drivel that glorifies karaoke and tries to pass it off as music.
20 million viewers disagreed. Now that Simon was top dog, he was able to take control of both the acts and the judges. The game had begun.
Simon always gets what he wants.
By series 4, Simon was bored, so he messed around with the judges.
Louis out. Brian Friedman in for a second. Louis back. Danny Minogue.
I didn't really warm to Danny that year at all, because she was a bit of an ice queen to me, to be quite honest with you.
Nor did Sharon Osbourne, who quit in series 5. Simon replaced her with Cheryl Cole, meaning tons more attention for his show.
It's kind of worked out well for me, I suppose.
But the most recent series defied convention. For the first time, the boss didn't get his way.
So Simon only gets the Christmas #1. And he didn't do this year.
Simon's Christmas was about to be ruined by a couple from Essex who launched a web campaign to keep his act off the #1 slot. The campaign worked. Rage Against the Machine stormed to #1, pushing Joe McElderry into 2nd spot, not a position that Mr. Cowell is used to.
I was gutted for Joe more than I was for Simon.
This campaign and the song they chose very succinctly said, we are fed up of being spoon-fed, just watered down crap year after year.
I've got to be honest, it'll be terribly disloyal, but I have to be honest, when I heard they had actually beaten you to #1, I did laugh out loud, because I thought he's going to be absolutely raging.
I've got to be honest with you. For about 2 or 3 days, I did get really, really sulky. And then I suddenly thought about it, and I think, you know what? I'm actually quite impressed with what these 2 people have done. And, you know, there were 2 more days to go, and we were inching ahead. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to call these people and say, I think you've done a fantastic job, win or lose. And I called them, and we had a great conversation, and it really made me realise, actually, this is a really good thing that's happened, because we all got sort of fat and arrogant, and we can't be beaten.